everybody. Now we're in the finishing and assembly stage. Basically, we got all of our parts here, and we're going to start sanding things. I usually take it down to about 220 grit. After we get that done, now we're going to sit there and do the details, and I use this little mop on my Dremel to do this. And basically all I'm doing is going in all of these grooves to make sure I get all the fuzzies out and get them cleaned out and make them look nice. Go at it from several different directions so you can get into all those grooves. And then another tool that I use is these little brushes, and again all I do is go in and try to clean up all the spots. Come in from several different directions again to clean up all of those grooves. What you want to do is get those grooves cleaned out good for the very fact the next thing we're going to do is seal it so we can put color in all the letters. Just keep on going at it until you got it to where you're satisfied. Once that's all done, I'll go over the top of it again to take off any marks that may be there. I'll sand all this stuff and then I'll come back and then we'll get to the sealing and the do the letters and stuff. Okay, I'm back from sanding everything. I took everything down to 120 and now we're going to put some sealer on it so that when we go ahead and put the black in the letters or the white or whatever color, so when we put our color in, it doesn't bleed all over the place. That's the reason why we use a sealer. I'm going to use Crystal-Lac top coat, clear. That's what I'm going to use. And I'm just going to apply it with the foam brush. And I'll do all the parts for the very fact being that this has got a lot of interior surfaces. It's easier to put my clear on now and seal it than to do it later. So, got some foam brushes. and we'll put some clear on it. You want this to soak in pretty good. So let it soak in good. And again, what we're doing this for is so that when we do the letters do not, or the paint of the letters do not go up the grain. Otherwise it'll wick up the grain and give you like streaks. We let this soak in real good now. You don't have to worry about that. So, do the edges. And this is just a first coat, so don't get too crazy about what it's going to kind of look like. But we're going to do this to all the parts, so I'll go ahead and do that. See you guys back when I get it done. Welcome back, everybody. We're now ready for assembly. All we need to do is put a little glue on a couple of these joints and a couple brad nails, and we'll be all assembled. So some of the parts you're going to have to sand to fit a little bit, which I've already done. So let's go ahead with the assembly. The first thing you want to put together is your dividers. Get them together because they fit nice and tight. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to put the dividers in one of the sides. Fit it in, and then put one of the handles, or put the handle in one of the sides, and it will fit in nice and tight. Okay, after you got that, now the next thing is we can put the bottom in place, and then we can put the other side in. The other side fits in the dividers and the handle. And again, that should be a pretty snug fit. Line your bottom up so it's lined up with your sides. And the next thing I usually do is I'll put a clamp on it. And the reason for that is so it doesn't all fall apart on you as you're trying to manipulate things around a little bit. So just gently clamp it in. And you notice that I haven't used any glue yet. You really don't need any up to this point. You might want to put a little on the bottom. I forgot to do that, so let's go ahead and take care of that right now. But that's no big deal at this point, for the very fact the bottom is loose. So we could put a little bit of glue on the bottom, put it here, and a little bit here. And then we can slide the bottom in. Now that I got the bottom in place again, I can go ahead and put the clamp back in. Clamp it on this side, Don't get it in the way of your front piece, which is this piece right here. And that's that piece right there. Put that piece in, basically. You put a dab of glue here, a dab of glue here. There's really no reason to put it in down in here, quite honestly. No reason at all. So just put a little dab in here, a little dab in here, and put him in there. And then we can bring our clamp over a little bit and give him some clamping pressure. At this point in time, we can put a brad nail in there. And put one in the other side. And we can now do the same to the bottom. Take our bottom piece, put it in there, put a little dab of glue in here, a little dab of glue in there, and if you want, you can put one along the bottom here. Excuse me. Set that piece in there, brad nail it into this corner, brad nail it into this corner, and maybe put a couple brads in the bottom. And we can go to the other side now. Go to this side. Again, the same procedure. Take our pieces. Put them in there where they belong. Put a little bit of glue in this end. A little bit of glue in this end. Again, put our piece in, and then bring it together with the clamp. And put a brad nail in. And do the same on the bottom, just as we did on the other side. Put a little glue here, along the bottom, a little bit here. Go ahead and fit the piece in. Brad nail it here, and then brad nail it here. And then we can do the bottom. There we are. We're all assembled. Put another coat of finish on it. And we're ready to put our soft drinks in it, or adult beverages, whichever you may choose. A little bit more sanding, and voila, we're done. If you want, you can put a brad up here in the handle just to kind of keep things in place. Put one here and one here, and that's it. Pretty solid. We'll sand it, put some more finish on it, and call it a day. There you go. Your own personalized beverage carrier for your adult beverages, pop, whatever. Thank you for watching. Make sure you support all our sponsors. Next Wave Automation, Ken Craft Company for all your lumber supplies, Crystal-Lac Finishes for all your finishes, and Silverback Woodworking. Be sure to click the subscribe button, and see you next month.